Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very elder.
Too small.
So nice to wear.
I guess.
Here it is. Here we are. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and we're off to a lash blast.
We sure are. I'm JW Crump, and I've sighted God, and I'm happy to see him.
And I'm Alexander Price, and you cannot do Rome without some men.
God knows. We are here today to talk about Cycle 10, Episode 13, and the winner is... ...
Before we get into the previously on, Hannah, what was the photo of the episode? Do you remember what your photo of the episode is? Because I can tell you what was on Hulu. And it was...
I do not. I don't remember what
Okay.
Amazon showed.
So on Hulu, it says, and the winner is, and there's a photo of Whitney doing this noise. Huh.
Spoiler, I guess. Hannah,
Yeah.
did you have an alt title for the finale episode?
Ooh.
I didn't really. I just went with the girl who becomes America's Next Top Model
Sure.
because
Classy.
I like
Gotta.
tradition.
You gotta.
Mm-hmm.
They could have even brought that back, even if they didn't do it for all the other episodes.
Right?
Like, it's so classic. I don't know if it's ever happened in the captions for the theme song, but I noticed it for the first time that at the end it says distorted voice.
It does. It says that. I also noticed it more recently, though, too.
Fantastic. I love when the captions update themselves. They get a little bit more used to it. They've worked out, they've flexed, and now they're better captions.
Previously on, we get our this girl, or this girl.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed since the last time we checked in on them. Will it be Anya, the effervescent and ethereal beauty from Hawaii, who's constantly delivered great photos, but whose impression in front of the panel has the judges doubting if she can look and act the part of a top model?
Whose impression in front of the judges? My brain for a second was like, did Anya
Doing impressions?
Absolutely. Her Gina Gershon is great.
Or will it be Fatima, the stunning and strong girl, not indomitable anymore, from Somalia, not Boston, who barely escaped elimination by missing a crucial photo shoot? That and her inability to follow direction almost cost her the competition. Has Fatima absorbed the lessons of the past weeks enough to overcome her previous faults?
It sounds like Fatima shouldn't be here. There's so many negatives.
Or will it
this
be...
is where the show tricked me, because we had effervescent and ethereal and stunning and strong, and I was waiting for two more alliterative words.
Or will it be Whitney, the beautiful, full-figured girl on a mission to revolutionize the modeling world? Whitney delivered amazing shots that kept her near the top, but she found it hard to Can Whitney fix her flaws in time to seize the title?
Well, see, there's your alliteration. Why not just flawed and full-figured?
Fabulous.
Near the top, though she found it hard to stay there.
Because she was, we're just ignoring that she was in the bottom 4 times.
Y'all know when you are doing okay, but it's hard to stay there. Actually, that hit me real. So never mind. You know what? I'm back in. There are all new plot lines coming at us fast and heavy. Anya, all of a sudden, not confident with herself. Fatima dealt with self-esteem. Whitney, best friends with Anya, all at once.
The captions were very tired this episode, starting from the beginning, where Anya clearly says she's here for a modeling contract, and the captions say a money contract.
You already got that money, honey.
You got 10,000 7-Up dollars.
To carry you.
Which is, I think, equal to 70,000 now dollars.
That conversion rate from 7-Up to USD is not bad.
You're represented by lemon and lime now.
And then Whitney said something that made me relate to her. I never met a potato I didn't like.
That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
That was cute.
When has she been friends with Anya, though?
This is so new,
so
God. Fast, so out of nowhere. And also, we know who she was friends with. Claire and me, and
Allison.
Lauren. And Allison, too. And Allison, too. I forgot Allison existed. Stop reminding me of her.
It's so funny. that Whitney will later talk about overcoming backhanded compliments when she never met a front-handed compliment she did like. Because this is how she describes a friend.
Her best friend, Anya.
Her self-described friend.
It's amazing that we're actually like friends in this competition. I just like you better than anyone else.
That's not friendship, B. That's not how a friendship do. You're not friends with the person that you like, what you just dislike the least.
I like you better than the person who called me out for racism, I guess.
Yes, you might as well have just said, well, you're the enemy of my enemy. So I guess that makes us friends.
But barely. Anya's not anyone's enemy. Truly.
No, she said that one thing about Dominique's face going overboard or whatever. And that was the meanest thing she's ever said. And it was also so silly. We got a return of a good caption, though. We got a return of speaks Italian haltingly.
I love it.
Caption.
It's like an old friend came back. It's sweet. Speaking of old friends, Brent Power can officiate my wedding. So cute in a suit. Now, we've had a lot of name pronunciation journeys.
Yep.
And I'm the worst at it. I mispronounce things all the time. And I have no excuse for it, except for my accent, but that's not an excuse. Mr. J, who has met Brent Power so many times, has introduced him, I think, every single time. He's come, says, and this is Brent Power.
I heard Brent Pooer.
Yeah, I heard
Like he was either doing a poo or is poor.
Yeah, that's
This is Brent Poor.
That's what I was trying to say. Why can't we get a second take for Cover Girl Brent?
You faked a conversation
He
with
has
him
earned
over
that.
a cappuccino.
That's friendship.
True. That's what friendship is, Whitney. What were you going to say about the suit? I'm sorry, Alexander.
Oh, then it was really cute. He even had the tie bar. Like he was. And then later there's the camel coat over it.
Yes. Yes.
And then on the other side of the spectrum, we've got a skull on the back of Mr. J's backpack.
The two of these gentlemen really are your personal fashion range, Alexander. Truly, for what you like to what you don't like.
Is
Camel coats to skulls.
Is Mr. J the ghost of Christmas future?
Oh. But Brent gives us a fun glimpse into the future because they added a prize.
Just because they realized the Walmart cardboard cutout is not really a prize.
I know that it's going to be on a Walmart display.
That one that was in that one store in New Jersey, in Union City or wherever.
Added something pretty cool. A billboard in Times Square.
The crossroads of the world.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Which is actually, there is a place in LA that is called the Crossroads of the World.
Really?
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Like it's a little plaza, a little shopping plaza.
And then we get a return, like we always do, so it's not unexpected, of the previous cycle's winner, Celicia. Now, Celicia's nothing in this episode. I'm not gonna return to bad talking Celicia. We've done the work. I will say, I think the hair that she is still
growing out,
cursed to have, is a little better with the curls.
Mm.
Sure.
It's a little better.
Why did we show shitty Celicia photos?
I don't know. Did we need the oil shot again? I don't think Celicia got to sign off on what photos were being shown.
Celicia and Whitney have a very non-staged, very natural sounding conversation.
Oh my God.
About makeovers. And I'm sorry if they weren't reading these lines somehow, because Whitney, of course, brings up that a plus-size model has never made it this far. And Celicia goes, congratulations about that. You know, like a normal human in conversation would do.
We know Celicia can't have normal conversations.
You know that meme where it's someone who replied on Twitter, people use it all the time, where they're like, congratulations, or I'm really sorry, I didn't read this. That's not the exact wording, I'm butchering it, but that's how Celicia sounds. Like she didn't hear whatever Whitney said, and she was like, oh, that's really cool, or really devastating, whatever you said. Then Anya's realness breaks through the staged conversation.
Yes.
Because she just is sobbing in the makeup chair.
Yeah.
kind of out of nowhere. And Whitney herself is like, I don't know how to deal with a person.
I have the note that I don't, at this point, looking back on it, I don't know if he actually says this, but it got the feeling. And maybe you guys remember it. It seems like Mr. J whispers to Anya, "You're the winner. Stop crying."
He doesn't not say that either.
I feel really bad for Anya because she's clearly processing a lot of stress.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what this is.
And can't stop crying.
The worst feeling when all you and people being nice to you just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You just want everyone to leave you alone. I have the CoverGirl copy. Before we get into talking about their takes on it, I have the CoverGirl copy. And I'm going to say it's very bad, and that's why no one can say it right.
I was gonna say more of it for my opening quote and did not trust myself to get it out of my mouth.
Yeah. So let me try to sell it as a way a human speaks. Arrivederci, bland, boring lashes. We're off on a lash blast. The power to blast those lashes? The monumental lash blast brush. It's CoverGirl's biggest, boldest brush for your biggest, boldest lashes. So shy and retiring? Just say ciao. You're on a get noticed lash blast now. New, big, bold, look at me lash blast from Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl. The line "so shy and retiring" with the punctuation that they give it means that the lashes are shy and so shy and retiring. That makes zero sense.
Yeah, it's not all Fatima's fault that she doesn't understand where to inflect certain things.
Yeah.
Because even you reading it, knowing it, and hearing the commercial, there were still sentences that I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I did you couldn't see it, listeners, but Alexander did the whole thing while flipping his hand back and forth. It's just like a little pose, a little pose, a little pose.
Given options.
I also think Mr. J trapped Fatima by saying, if you stumble, just keep going.
Yeah.
That was a trap.
Yeah. You know, it wasn't a trap, though. It was Fatima's outfit. She definitely got the best outfit. That long red skirt, that white top, that black jacket. She looked stunning.
Not even the best outfit, just the only good outfit.
Also true. Also very true. But it's like it's probably one of the best CoverGirl commercial looks we've had.
Yeah. It looked very French to me.
Sure, but
not in a bad way. I'm just saying it felt very fashion.
Oh, I got you.
And not necessarily CoverGirl, because I don't necessarily think CoverGirl is the commercials are all about like looking fashiony.
No, they're every day.
Yes, but she looked like a fashion person.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
With zero charm.
On the other side of the scale, let's just go through the outfits real quick.
Yeah, Whitney's
top is whatever. It does not matter because
those giant jewels?
Alexander, it does not matter if those jewels are the biggest things at Zales, because that scarf that Anne Choquette threw from the previous episode onto Whitney this episode, why not just take it off? Like, why not just take it off at some point?
It's not keeping her warm.
But here's my bigger question. What is happening with Whitney's hair? Did she make a pact with the same hair devil that Celicia did? And if she loses, will her hair become fully sentient and murder her?
She's touched it enough that it's been like tortured.
It looks like it is attempting to rise off of her head and leave the competition.
And what's odd is when she starts taking her Jimmy D CoverGirl shots, I think her hair looks a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I think she needed this ponytail moment to make this work.
Yeah.
It seemed like someone fixed her hair, at least enough, between commercial and shot.
I do not know.
Anya's outfit.
Oh my God.
This preschooler who got into her mom's wardrobe. This tiny vest that...
Nothing fits Anya. How does nothing fit Anya?
I am not great at matching colors. I am not. In outfits, it's not something I do a lot. I'm not good at it. Not something I do a lot. That was so stupid. You know what I mean? But even I was like, oh, this doesn't match at all.
No, it was
like in the most basic sense. And also everyone else just got black, red, white.
Where'd you get lavender stripes?
Silk, Velour?
Gathered where it shouldn't be and loose where it shouldn't be.
And it was also short where it shouldn't be and long where it should never. Like, everything was crazy.
And she kind of still looks like she's crying.
A little.
Her eyes look a little red. It's
speaking
rough.
of hair, also, nobody should ever flat iron anyone that flat.
No.
I think they all just got bone straight hair, and unfortunately, the only one that looks nice on is Fatima.
Yeah.
Because that's also what her hair makeover was.
But Jimmy Giancar's there to make us all happy.
Yay.
It's also about to storm during Anya's commercial. Like, they have this one weird from below shot where it looks like Anya's Storm from the X-Men about to conjure the elements. Jimmy D in a casual brown sweater. Yay.
He explains to us what a beauty shot is. Although my brain enjoyed thinking that this is just what beauty is. Beauty is just slight moves with your eyes, with your mouth. And then my head took me to a place where there was a remake of Burlesque, and Jimmy G was Cher, and Whitney was Christina Aguilera.
This is beautiful.
Fantastic. Although Fatima's the one he had to give all of this instruction to.
Oh my God. So Brent does this very cute thing in this episode.
Yeah.
Where he basically walks each model down the aisle like he's about to give her away at her wedding. It's very cute.
Yeah.
But Fatima is clutching him.
Why is she so weak?
I don't know. Hollow bones.
Bird
Is it
bones.
because the top and bottom don't talk to each other? So if she holds on to Brent Power with the top, the legs have no other option than to just twiddle behind her.
Also, Brent, after Anya's shoot in full Southern, you're someone who models from their toes up.
Jim Dianker and Brent love Anya.
So does Sutan. Everybody loves Anya.
So did Anne Choquette.
Sutan becomes Anya's personal makeup person at one point in the episode.
Yeah. Anne Choquette did. All these other people did. Again, if you were watching this, you would think, based on all the editing choices, based on every piece of information we've gotten, that Anya is going to win this cycle. And I truly didn't know until this rewatch how blatant it was.
Uh-huh.
Like, people watching this in real time must have actually been very surprised by the outcome of this season. Whitney does some good math, but it's the simplest of math, and I appreciate it. We're the final 3, which is close to the final 2, which is close to winning.
That's when you use final 2 as correct.
Exactly. So it's perfect top model math, and I just loved her being like 3 minus 1 is 2. And then 2 minus 1 is, of course, winner.
Fatima has a new storyline. She's relatable. In what world?
Well, I actually thought that was interesting. I thought that was an interesting take. If you're just like, here are these 2 white as white can be women, and here's someone who maybe somebody else could relate to. Like many different places who you aren't thinking about, many different women who you aren't thinking about.
That's true. That is true. But the way that Fatima has stated her story is far more individual and far more I'm special.
It would make a lot more sense if she had carried this narrative through the entire cycle instead of bringing it up this final episode.
And maybe she thought that it was being brought through.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe these times where she's talked about it have been evaporated from the editing bay, because it really did feel like she was like, I'm talking on behalf of refugees a lot. And she brings it up a lot at the end here. And it was a lot of what her conversations were in the audition episodes.
Yeah.
I think in some ways Fatima's fault is she talked too much about the other girls in those confessionals, and she gave too much to the editors.
Yeah, and they're going to use those juicy parts instead of this
she
role
talks
model
about
stuff.
everyone all multiple times. They have so much from Fatima.
Ooh, from Fatima. The way you said that was very like a pastry. Ooh.
Tyrart, this time with Russian music.
It's to match Anya's hat.
Where did this hat come from?
So big, so bulbous.
We remember she loved that hat shack when her and Whitney went shopping. I bet she got it there.
Probably. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, I like it when I like it when we can just solve things as a team.
Was this the point where Fatima told Anya to finish her cooking, her dinner,
Watch your pasta.
watch her
Right.
pasta?
Yep, absolutely. So, you know who has no time? Tyra, because we get into this judging fast.
The top 3 baddest chicks club.
So here's how this is. She says that fun quote that Hannah said. Okay, give yourself some applause. Cool, Whitney, you're up.
Come on down the plank.
Well, but this almost kind of matches. Going into a panel, we get really hard Fatima. I really, really want this. We get really hard Anya. Really, really want this. It almost seems like editing is giving Whitney either the full pass through, or well, you're going home. The 2 of them got very strong, long talks, and Whitney is nary to be seen.
Who knows? Which is so funny because she's right in the middle during judging, it feels like.
Well, and also her whole thing, her new storyline this episode is I have to show the judges I want it. And I'm like, I could say a lot of things about you, Whitney, but I think it's clear that you want this.
You
Passion
want
for the
this.
victory is not something you're lacking. But no, this judging start, I can't get over this. No guest judge, no announcement of the prizes.
No
They come
introductions.
in, they applaud. Whitney has to dash to the front, and they start. It is so quick.
So Whitney's commercial.
You got to admit, Alexander, she barely opened her mouth because her teeth were clutched together the entire time.
Well, she does this weird high-pitched voice during this commercial.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever she has to talk on camera, her voice goes up.
Yeah,
by-
she's like, Arrivederci. Lashes, lash blast, monumental lash blast.
Which is funny because she's got a perfectly fine speaking voice.
Yeah.
I don't know if nerves take over or if that's her being like commercial.
Also, she keeps looking down into the side like she's looking at cue, like she was reading cue cards, which is not mentioned at all.
Interesting. Perhaps.
I did think the commercial got slightly better as it went along,
Sure.
I agree.
but Paulina calls it, yes, I will feed poor orphans right after I have done this lash. Just one lash.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Do-do-do-do-do.
This copy was all about big and bold lashes. Does that mean this was the plus size mascara?
The plus size mascara.
Full figure.
Full figured mascara.
Thank you. Actually, guys, I would just call it beautiful.
This photo. Okay. Does anyone else have a problem that these photos are in black and white?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't really, but sure.
When have we ever had a cover girl in, like, you can't, I don't know.
Why would you have a makeup ad in black and white?
You can't see anyone's lashes.
That's a fair point. I like the bright orange against the black and white. So I guess that's why I didn't mind it as much.
I like the orange.
I will say that, again, it is classic Whitney open mouth.
Yep.
That being said, this is a very pretty shot.
It is.
It is pretty.
Paulina kind of can't get over it. Paulina is buying a print, buying the lash blast tonight.
Paulina says that she was harsh about the commercial because she had such high expectations. I think it's the opposite. I think she had low expectations for both and then is surprised when the photo looks as good as it does.
I
agree.
think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read you the copy on this ad?
Please.
Underneath it says, the next big thing, big, bold, look at me lashes. On the other side of the ad, it says, what's big? This brush. It towers over the leading brush, and it has 50% more bristles. Every lash gets singled out and coated up, out and away. Lashes blasted to their biggest. Now in waterproof too, in blue for some reason. Want to see the difference up close? Go to covergirl.com. Anya, or Whitney, whoever, Whitney blasts off in very black.
Question. If you had no idea what mascara was, and someone told you, well, you use it to blast your lashes, what mechanism would you picture?
A shotgun that blows them away.
that thing at the eye doctors where you put your head in the thing and it goes.
It's there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, Alexander, I do believe the waterproof is in blue because water's blue.
Okay, but in this ad, it looks weird.
I'm sure I'm agreeing with you. You just said, I don't know why. And I'm like, well, I think I'm not a swimmer, but I feel like water's blue. My favorite phrase from that whole thing is that it singles out each of your life, singles them out, bullies them into perfection.
Oh my God. Having to apply mascara to each individual lash by itself. We'd never leave the house.
Fatima's next. They really shittily started with take 6.
I noticed that as well. There was something so weirdly touching about Fatima smiling at Fatima, smiling at Fatima, smiling at Fatima forever and ever and ever into the sunset.
Infinity mirrors.
You've got it, Fatima.
Thanks, Fatima.
Even with captions on, closed captions on, I could not understand Fatima.
This is also the first time I heard "so shy and retiring," and I went through a full mental journey of, is she mispronouncing something that's supposed to be something else? Is captions crunch just giving up? What is happening? Does shy and retiring not mean what I think it does? How can a lash be either of those things?
Paulina does actually a real spot-on impression of Fatima.
She does, actually. Absolutely. She just says, it's, you just tried to just push your way through each of them. No pausing, no inflection. Looks like you were forced to say it, which, I mean, technically she was, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess so. That being said, I think this is the best photo of the three.
I think it's pretty beautiful. I think there's some weird photoshopping around her eyes.
It's got that CoverGirl plasticky sheen.
Yeah.
But she looks stunning.
This is, to me, this is the best Fatima picture of the cycle.
Yeah. She definitely can sell makeup. She can sell a beauty shot. She does not need to be in the full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just not a runway person. She's just not necessarily a model.
She's a beauty girl.
Yeah, but she's the beautiest of the beauty girls to me.
Tyra refers to that eye squint that I do almost every cycle of America's Next Top Model.
So close to Smize and yet still 3 cycles away somehow. Also, while all that's happening, off screen, Nigel just goes, yes, teach. And anytime either of the two of you are laying down something for someone else, I'm just going to go up behind you and go, yes, teach.
Why do none of these photos have the classic CoverGirl smile in them?
I don't know. It felt like the brief was just so different for what this was. Like the fact that it's in black and white, the fact that they're, and we'll get to the biggest offender of this, but they were all clearly also told to look up somehow.
I don't know if they're trying, if this is specifically for I would think it was specifically for the Italian market, but we know it's going to be in Times Square
and
so
Walmart.
It's not that.
Oh, they meant Times Square, Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Times Square. Anya's last. The commercial, as nonsensical as it is, I find has the most charm. And you could cut and clip things from her commercial.
Which is exactly what the judging panel says. Mm-hmm. They say, altogether, train wreck, individual parts, very good. We just need some flash cuts. We need some cuts to product.
We need a cockroach wipe.
Tyra does tell her that it ends up being the best commercial, which is by far the highest praise Tyra has given Anya all cycle.
There is no way this is Anya's best photo.
No. It can't be.
The way that Jim and Brett were praising the ever-loving shit out of Anya on set, there's no way. This was full sabotage.
Because I'm glad that Paulina gave a big disclaimer of I have gotten to know you. I know this is not true of you. Blah, 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 blah. You look dumb in this photo. And she does look like she's doing some bit. She's like a Valley Girl thing or something.
It looks like she's imitating Whitney.
But it looks like she's, to me, saying garrote to the max. Gag me with a spoon.
It becomes almost evil. It becomes almost a scheme face.
Ooh, scheme face. That's Hannah. If you ever do a makeup line, you got to have your first foundation called Scheme Face.
A face for scheming and dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
What? And her hair. I'm sorry. Her
Why
hair
is it so flat?
Photo.
To me, what's ended up happening is from best to worst, commercial, Anya, Whitney, Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
Photos, Fatima, Whitney, Anya, which to me is interesting because that evens them all out.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. True.
Private panel.
Oh, you skipped the big reveal of the fashion show
Oh.
where they will be wearing the designs of Versace.
Versace.
Whitney does look very impressed by this. She was like,
Yes, she
wow,
does.
you guys are just adding prizes left and right this episode. That's really adding pressure.
Is she, or does she not know Versace?
She does, Alexander.
Okay,
This is the
she
one time
knows
that theory
Versace.
doesn't work.
She does not know who Donatella is.
I mean, I'm not in her brain. I can't tell you that.
Paulina says of Anya, she looks like she's dreaming about fields and pastures.
And then, as I alluded to last episode, this goes to prove the theory that Tyra is not a good model. Because she's like, what would you want her to think? When I'm modeling, I think, I'm hungry. Is Houston's open? Did my boyfriend call me? No, he didn't.
Which I hear the criticism. That's objectively one of the funniest things that Tyra's ever said.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
This is the Tyra I like, who's just like, when Tyra is a human being, she's so much funnier.
Yes.
That's true.
Also, Tyra's boyfriend, why aren't you calling her back?
I would say that Tyra has been doing it for so long that she doesn't need to hold thoughts in her head anymore, and she's like, she can just
She's
do
forgotten
it.
what it's like,
But
maybe.
perhaps it would make her panel photos better if she gave a single thought to what she was doing.
Well, it's so interesting because I do know in Cycle 13 with their Smy's tutelage, she does this whole thing about you have to think of something that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
And she does that whole slurping noodles things with Sunday, if I remember correctly. So it's weird that
She just
seems
has to
very
push back against
inconsistent.
Paulina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. She's just like, you're not going to take this chair from me.
Talking about Paulina, what did the editors cut out when she was talking about Whitney? Because it seems like she's like on the outside, she's beautiful, but there seems to be something, and then it's like hard cut, alter ego, where it's like she was
Nigel
almost
saying alter ego.
yeah, but where it's like, did Paulina say on the outside she's beautiful, on the inside she's racist and mean? Because Paulina seems to be hitting on something of like, there's something about Whitney that I don't like,
Well,
like in my soul.
Even with the editing shenanigans, I think they actually have a pretty good and backs up a lot of what we've said conversation about Whitney, where it's like she's covering up something, and then Miss J says, well, maybe because she's a plus size model, she's been beaten down in its defense mechanism. Tyra says something interesting where she's like, yeah, in the modeling world, but walking down the street, she's just a hot chick. So is this a self-esteem thing? Which I don't know if I agree with or not. I'm just trying to finish the conversation. And but she's covering up the realness that's always related to something, is that armor.
What's funny though is Tyra basically dismantles Whitney's whole argument.
Yeah.
Where if like, no, in real life, she's beautiful and hot and probably has a ton of friends. And then Whitney's like, never have I ever had a friend, not even my black friend that one time.
Well, Whitney claims she's gotten made fun of a lot. And because we have no proof, we don't have any proof to the contrary, I'm never not going to believe.
She doesn't describe bullying behavior. She describes, and this is jumping ahead, but like she describes backhanded compliments as the bullying that's happened. That's not bullying. Not really.
I mean, that is just a lot of being a 14-year-old girl.
Yes. And I'm not saying that's great. I'm just saying I don't think she got bullied. Because also her whole story was, I'm from the South where everyone likes this. So when was this bullying happening?
Your sassy shoulders right now, Alexander. Just full shimmy.
The sassy shoulders of truth-telling.
Truth.
I will acquiesce. I will let the listeners know that if you tell me you've been bullied, I'll believe you. Every single time. Lie about it. I don't care.
Anyways, they get a new prize, kind of. Nigel is going to be shooting their 17 covers.
I'm going to argue that that's kind of a prize, except for Anya, who's like, again.
Again. Why?
What is it, just going to be full frontal this time?
So Anya gets first call out, which I was kind of surprised
by. Pleasantly surprised.
Which leaves Whitney and Fatima at the bottom.
Now, we've said a lot of stuff about Whitney. Tyra's pretty mean here. And this, someone's inside of you, and she's not as pretty. Whew. That is a rough.
But then we're seeing it with crying.
Well, that's the worst part too, is I'm like, again, Tyra, cycle by cycle is consistent in one thing. Being real and being vulnerable is only sobbing in front of Tyra.
Yep.
And look, is this objectively seemingly true about Whitney? Yes. This is a cruel thing, in my opinion, to say to her face.
I agree.
So when you were asking me about alternate titles at the beginning, I was trying to come up with one just to say that I had while I was prepping for this episode. And it was the girl who is ugly on the inside. And that was too mean for me. I couldn't do it.
Too mean.
That's not too mean for me. I would have said it.
Well, Tyra said it too, but I was just like, oh.
There was an amazing, once again, the captions are so tired at the end of this cycle. Tyra asked, "Who is Whitney?" And my captions went, one word, "Who Whitney?"
Whitney. That's if you do it with the correct stage pronunciation. Who Whitney?
It's a bird call. Who Whitney?
Maybe we can actually combine her with Cycle 8 Whitney Whittel, and then it's Who Whitney and Whittel. And that's a fun children's cartoon.
My phone is still auto-correcting to Whittel.
Your phone has been cursed.
You're going to make a friend one day named Whittel, and you're going to be so excited.
Where is Fatima?
Oh, let me say one interesting thing. And I assume I'm probably the only one of the three of us that had never heard this before. I don't think I've ever heard the word asylee.
No, I hadn't heard that before either.
That was it. And I looked it up, and it's,
it's
not a commonly used word, but I was like, oh, that's I don't know. I like when there's an actual like little education moment for me in terms of a new vocabulary word or something. So it's Fatima Syed. Siad.
Okay.
There's a lot on Fatima. She's known as one of the more successful post-top model folks. Okay. She appeared on the Tyra Banks show a lot, including an episode titled Tyra's Pay It Forward, which she did with Joni. A episode titled Recessionista, Queen of Cheap, where she modeled clothes with Anya and Katagena.
Recessionista? That's just being called a Maxinista.
But worse, definitely worse. Also, apparently there's a Cycle 10 reunion on the Tyra Banks show? Question mark. And then obviously she's a Modelville. We've talked about that. She also briefly appeared in the season 1 finale of Kel on Earth, which is Kelly Catrone's show. So this is technically our first in-universe mention of Kelly Catrone.
Ooh.
And it was also hired for DKNY. For a while, it seems like she's currently signed with New York Model Management in New York City and Munich Models in Munich, Germany, and used to be signed with IMG in New York, Paris, Milan, London, and Ace Models in Athens, Greece. So she did a lot of international work. Now, current Fatima information that's as of summer 2020. I think it was June. It might have been July. She is a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. And the fandom found that really interesting given her refugee status.
To be fair, I have family that are also political refugees that support Trump. I also find it mind-boggling and hypocritical. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me that Fatima is, if we have conservative listeners, I get it, a Trump supporter of just... like this the way that Fatima has shown on the show of like she took information and then immediately removed it from her head. She didn't want to see different viewpoints, really.
Yeah, and I didn't find a lot of this, though I saw some Reddit posts that alluded to this, of that post causing other top model contestants and alumna to comment and be like, what? And getting into some fights. I think we even mentioned that we think Claire might have been one of those folks.
I think that she mentioned
I could be wrong about that. But yeah, so interesting update. Fatima has gotten a lot of work, though, and that doesn't surprise me because once she didn't have to do all the different types of modeling, being a beauty model was something she was just built for.
Yeah.
Fatima is an interesting thing to eulogize her really quick in terms of the show. She is someone that I'm truly shocked made it as far as she did.
I can't believe she did. And I remembered her getting through with no photo, but the fact that she did is even more crazy on a rewatch.
Yeah.
I don't think she had that many successful photos. And I also don't think in panel she showed a lot of personality that would make
Charm.
me endeared to her. Yeah, exactly.
No, I walked away not appreciating Fatima in the slightest.
Now, I do appreciate that she brought to attention, the stuff about female circumcision, genital mutilation.
Sure.
We kind of didn't talk about. I hate it when someone brings up what seems like an actual
real
important thing to them to talk about in auditions, and it just goes away forever. That feels like it happens a lot. But I that was kind of one of the things I remembered. I was like, oh, she was trying to be like a role model and a speaker on that issue. Yeah. And there was some other stuff. I didn't mention it, but there was some interviews where she also talked about that. She was also, there's an interview right afterwards, and I do think it's funny with the Trump supporter thing, where she said that she thought top model was political. And I was like, I know that's not what you meant exactly, but that is very funny. That was from 2008.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
If you see the show, I'm scared of cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
More rewards, more savings. With American Express Business Gold, earn up to $395 back in annual statement credits on eligible purchases at select shipping, food delivery, and retail subscription merchants. Enjoy the benefits of membership with the Amex Business Gold Card. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also they're a literal vampire. And suddenly my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
Back in the apartment, we get more Anya teeth footage.
And more of Back to Basics Whitney. Skinny shaming women. Skinny little toothpicks.
Yeah, I already went in on this, but...
So powerful to compare and contrast the way Whitney and Anya speak of each other's tears in this episode. Because when Anya is crying, Whitney goes, oh, it's so weird. You never see Anya weak.
With an emotion.
And when speaking of Whitney, Anya talks about how beautiful it is to see her so vulnerable.
Yep. I think that goes to say their humanity.
Can I do my best Anne Choquette?
Oh my God, please.
What's up, ladies? That's what the internet loves about her, is her ladies. And I notice she doesn't always say it, because sometimes she says girls. But yeah, more Anne Choquette footage. So happy. This is one of the dumbest things Nigel's ever done. We have
my Lord.
The biggest
It's
American
July
flag.
issue.
She also says it'll be the July cover. And then Nigel's like, and hey, we've got this big flag because it's July. They had already pieced that together, Nigel. And then there's this moment that is the weirdest thing to me, and I want to know everything about it. If we ever do interview someone, it has to be Anne Choquette, and it has to be about this moment. Because they cut back to Nigel with his arm hovering around the shoulders of Anne Choquette, as if Anne Choquette was like, do not touch me.
Her Italian boyfriend would not be happy.
This is what I don't understand about this cover. Number one, they make a big fucking deal about this big American flag, which made it seem far more like, well, Whitney wins. Whitney American flag.
Sure.
But then in the 3 photos that we see of each girl, nary a flag to be seen.
It's just a white background, right?
Yeah, and all these photos are atrocious.
I think I like that we saw 3 photos.
Sure.
I think each set has a clear victor. And then each set has a clear loser.
I don't think Nigel is the one you hire to shoot the cover of 17.
No, he's not
I
a
think
commercial.
Nigel is almost making fun of what a cover of 17 should look like.
I'm also going to say I feel like 17 should mostly hire
Real photographers.
female photographers because it needs to be youthful and not all that sexy.
Mm-hmm.
They
not that
almost
he
had
can-
Anya
not that
eating
he
a
can-
full fucking hot dog at one point.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's what I was expecting of her being like, in a bra, hot dog.
I like that Emma Stone character
Yes.
from Saturday
Yes.
Night Live. One of my favorite sketches ever, the poster sketch. Y'all look up SNL posters. There's 2 of them. The first one is amazing, and the second one's a pretty good follow-up. So, Mr. J, trying to describe the runway set, says that it's what I think is an Imperial Roman set. What I think is
Wait,
accurate.
I've got the recipe. I've got the recipe for
Okay.
how to make an Imperial Roman set. 1, giant planter.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
3, medium urns.
Great.
2, shiny curtains.
I also love that you made a list by going 1, 3, 2.
Yep.
And I know you were counting, but I thought it was very funny.
This place that they are doing it is pretty gorgeous.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's I found out it's like for the National Association for War Mutilated and Disabled People.
Oh, wow.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like their big mother house. I don't appreciate how they sprinkle glitter everywhere.
I'll get you kicked out. You're never doing another show
You're
there.
never. And also,
Absolutely.
Jay's like, we had to bring in eye candy for Rome. These are models that you have hired professionally. Why are we talking about them in this way?
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that the line that he says goes, well, we can't do Rome without some. Pause right there. What do you think the next word would have been?
Togas.
Gladiators, toga, whatever.
Pizza.
He just
Little
goes,
Caesars.
Brasilia. But it's
Lent.
just, you can't do Rome without some men. Well, I guess in terms of a society, sure.
Amazonians disagree, JW.
Ah, yes. Rome, the city of men. What did Mr. J say in person about Celicia? What was actually said and needed to be covered by ADR?
This
What?
ADR.
ADR is being so generous. Now, we make fun of how actually the ADR, when they do it in the show, is almost too well produced, that it doesn't
Yeah.
sound natural. It sounds like there's no room tone. It sounds like it's in a vacuum. They pivoted real hard the other way. Because this sounds like you recorded it on a Talk Boy from Home Alone.
Then converted that cassette.
It was so weird.
What, like, what could he have said? That bitch Celicia. Like, what did he say?
Maybe just straight up said the wrong name, just hoping for someone else. Like, and Danny's here, right?
Again.
Danny.
Everyone like,
Jasleen
Danny.
even. I'll take Jasleen. She was here earlier and she was a real bitch to Lauren.
But she's not here anymore. Lauren won't mind. She's gone. We have a new word for plus size. A late addition to the pot of words we can use for full-figured models, and it's juicy.
Didn't like that.
And we
Did
use
not
it
like
multiple
that.
times. And I think it's mostly Miss J, but
But also just apparently now plus size means big butt.
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big butted.
Because Whitney's going to be the first juicy booty on the runway.
Someone needs a diaper.
Oh.
Although I will say, I do refer to my baby as juicy a lot, but it's because he drools a lot.
That's appropriate.
That's what I wish Anya and Whitney had to do down the runway. Just a full torrent of drool. Just each of them has a lemon from 7-Up right beforehand.
Why does Mr. J need an Italian speaker to say names?
Names like Carla and David. Also, instead of we don't get a couple of our normal like pillars of a finale. Wow. Which thing, Hannah? Which thing is driving you so crazy?
David.
The drooling.
Okay.
It's picturing Anya and Whitney drooling down the runway.
It would help pick up the glitter that's going to be all over those dresses. Oh, they've ruined the shoes, the dresses, the building.
Is that why Mr. J is constantly telling them to pick up their trains?
Maybe.
So they don't
Yes.
get glittered?
So instead of a Tyra interview, they both kind of get a Sutan interview.
Yeah.
It just has a
better.
casual
Real
conversation.
Much better. I would
Preferred.
prefer.
Oh, yeah. Also,
And nobody had to stand alone on a bridge.
Yes.
Did Mr. J seem legitimately nervous about this runway?
Yes, because I think this is a real runway.
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw so many actual models.
We saw
this
not
show.
only so many actual models, we had full songs with lyrics.
Oh, I transcribed.
I tried to Shazam some. They didn't show up, but I did find research. They are one of them is definitely a real song. The other one I'll get to.
I'm getting hot and bothered, so I am needing water. You want to be my everything, my mama and my father.
Okay, later in that song, Hannah, the lyric is like seeing you whiny anxious. He want to take me places. Walks in the park to the races, the stars and outer spaces. After me, he tastes. He's tying my shoelace. I know he hates it when I tell him, baby must be patient.
What a story.
That song only shows up on YouTube as Cycle 10 Finale. It doesn't come up with real song. So did Top Model commission this song?
Was it the Tyra B-side?
Is it the B-side of You Want to Be on Top? No.
It's the B-side of Shake Your Body Yaddy.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I read Tyra's book. She did write full lyrics to about 10 other songs.
So maybe.
Oh, she does a full rap on her episode of Hot Ones.
Amazing. I thought Tyra's dress looked pretty gorgeous.
Curtains.
Oh, maybe I
thought
just like
I thought
curtains.
she wore it very well. I thought she modeled it really well. It was nice to see her on the runway doing runway walk.
Mhm.
Sure. Did anyone notice the volume of the music got louder when Tyra came out, almost to make it seem like the audience got louder?
That's a trick I do in my comedy shows. I love it, Tyra. The runway show starts with those aforementioned men moving the pots. Yep. Taking them off the runway, putting them on a pillar.
So a deal was made. A big deal was made of the fact that Donatella picked these dresses herself. Apparently, she picked the ones she was not happy with because these dresses ain't cute.
Not a one. And we saw so many of them.
Yeah, I didn't like a lot of these. I did like that at least they each, as we saw, modeled 2 dresses. I appreciated that both of their second dresses were hard to walk in because it seemed like that at least evened out the playing field.
They were.
Yeah.
I think Whitney's was easier, harder to walk in.
Maybe. I'm just saying they both mentioned,
Sure.
I'm stepping on my train. I can't take big steps. Like, they both had a thing.
Hated Anya's brown dress. So
The first one?
The vaginal
the
dress?
first one, yes.
Oh, you tell me that is not the vagina from Teeth.
Yes.
I can't not tell you that.
Yeah.
What was going on with Whitney's arms? It was like she was a Muppet, and they, you know, when sometimes they have to drop the strings?
Like when Kermit gets excited.
Because her arms were just flapping against her the
I
whole
thought
way
they were
down.
both way too arm flappy.
Both of them
Yeah.
stood out in the wrong way against the professional working models.
They sure did.
We're working.
Yeah. Also, Anya seems so close to the edge. The first walk, I was like, Anya, I don't feel like this is safe.
Also, Whitney was weaving and bobbing across it. No one, it seemed like they didn't walk down this runway just like hey, can we just go and chest it out? Because Anya was on the edge and Whitney was just didn't know which side she should have been on.
At first, I really liked the moment where one of Whitney's shoulder straps fell off and she just kept going. I was like, oh, that's a cool moment. But then it happened to like 3 other models. And I was like, oh, that's just what the dresses are doing. Fine enough. I loved a lot of the Mr. J random exclamations. Here are 2 of my favorite sentences. Where's David? David, now. And then, okay, go, moment, work. I love
my favorite.
just a 1-sentence moment. Not make a moment, have a moment, live
Moment.
your moment.
Wait a moment.
Scoot here for a moment. Just a moment.
I need to take the captions to task because for the finale, they said choir singing indistinctly when clearly the choir was singing Gloria, Gloria.
Yes.
Yeah, they were. That's true. It looked like Mr. J was saying it, but because of her mouth being open to be like, yay, or whatever, it looked like Whitney said Veronica as she left the
Yes.
runway. And I just love the idea that Whitney was like, where's Veronica? She's my friend.
She's my best friend. I like her. I just like her the least.
Also, Whitney and Anya have to work on their listless model clap. Too enthusiastic, not listless enough. Both of them. Tyra even was like, well, that was happy.
So we head to panel, and I have a question. How long was the space between panel and the runway show? Because it seems like it was days. And that's why they had to get a refresh.
Yeah, enough for a full, not even a lash blast, a face blast.
Also, it looks like they didn't get to let Anya keep the silver dress. She had to go back to her first outfit while Whitney kept her second one on. So a choice was made at some point. And Tyra's in a full different dress.
Yeah.
Well, not only Tyra, Queen Paulina
Oh my.
picked out her tiniest
Lord.
crown to wear to final battle
So silly.
Also, where's Mr. J at panel?
in the doghouse.
I wonder if it was a budgetary thing that caused them to have just less fifth judges this cycle, because this is like the third or fourth time it's happened.
Yeah.
Did it make you crazy, JW, that Tyra referred to our two final girls?
I mean, I guess they are. In this one case, we get into, well, they go over their runway walks first. And they actually, I'll say this, compared to other finales, they give more critique, I feel like, on the runway walks than they usually do. I feel like we usually just get one sentence.
I think they had a lot to critique.
That's fair, but I think we usually also just get one sentence of like, you did your thing. Wow,
Yeah.
you came alive. And this time they were like, no, we're going to talk about these.
When Tyra says that watching Whitney was like a flashback to her on the runway, I feel like you had to be like, well, this cycle is going to end differently than I thought it would.
Because Alexander and me were talking about this episode the other day, and Alexander, I hadn't watched it yet, and Alexander kind of forewarned me. He was like, the entire finale will make you really think one person's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just doesn't happen.
And I was going into this fully expecting a gaslighting. It doesn't actually happen except
Not really.
for the end. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of gas. There's a match will not spark.
They used it on their flight to Rome abroad. So the 4 photo shoots that we're going to compare them on are homeless, music genres, fuerza bruta, and paparazzo.
See, to me, this is where they used up all their gas and matches.
Okay.
Was picking which photos they looked at. Has there ever been a time where they didn't look at the photo Tyra took before?
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting point. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back, but they usually do, because then Tyra gets to talk about working with them.
Right. So homeless shoot. Anya. Yeah.
Anya, although I will say this is I think for me the closest.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the closest. This is when I think both of them got pretty high call outs and both of them are praised, and I agree with it.
Tyra tells Whitney that she's beautiful with dark hair too. That means you're versatile.
Paulina's face when Tyra called Whitney versatile. it might have well have had the sound effect of so funny to edit that in. Again, knowing what the conclusion is.
Music genres. How unfair to Anya to use this photo.
Yeah.
I thought it was just unfair to you, Alexander, because I don't know if you've emotionally recovered from this photo shoot
As
yet.
long as we don't talk about he who shall not be named.
Sure. I get it. Me and Hannah had to start a private text chain for the first time ever, where we just talk about like, hey, he's pretty okay, right? You okay?
Whitney obviously wins this because it's a photo.
JW, how dare you imply we don't have a private text chain?
I know. The listeners know that's not true. Our friendship spans decades.
Continents.
Broad. Whitney's photo is
Whitney's
better.
is the better one.
Yeah,
It was the first
definitely
call
better.
out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Fuerza puta.
Anya wins this one. for
Anya
me.
wins this for me too.
Absolutely. But that being said, it doesn't even matter because Tyra
Oh, gosh.
and the post-production team need to be arrested for what they did.
This caption crunch.
Also, well, the sound effect too, because Tyra's like, they keep saying like, it's a fetus, Whitney's photo's a fetus. Yeah, it's just like, and then Tyra goes into fake labor and then takes the baby from where it
Throws it against
theoretically
the
was
wall.
birthed and throws it onto the screen.
Splat.
Ain't my baby
Tyra.
pretty? No.
You killed that baby. you can't throw that baby.
Babies bounce a little bit, but not that much, Tyra.
Not that much. And captions adds the word splat.
Splat.
Oh,
The implications of that splat are horrifying.
horrifying. And then we just talked about it so recently, but the paparazzi shot, which is an Anya win.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it feels like it looks like it's a 3-1 Anya victory for the photos.
I'm just surprised they didn't try to rig it more.
But I already feel like they were. Like there's only
Yeah, the
so far
thing
you
is,
can
there
go.
weren't. Anya doesn't have bad photos. She
Yeah,
The
has
cover girl, they could have shown that one again.
That's true. That's true. They
Mhm.
absolutely could have. That's a good point, actually. But otherwise, what were you going to do?
Nothing else.
And they even go over some other photos in private panel, which is interesting. I did like Miss J. I put Miss J is Alexander
Yup.
because he said this sentence, "This is where your mouth kind of works," the one time. And I can only imagine, just like Us Weekly, Miss J every week has been like, close that mouth. It is so funny.
Someone's
to me.
had to say it, right? Because it's a
It's
story.
very consistent. It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
consistent.
Nigel is apparently shocked that Paulina thought Whitney was hamming it up on the runway.
Oh my God. In private panel, when Paulina says, I saw a budding high fashion model and a ham, I almost fell out of my chair.
Let me just say, though, I know exactly what she means.
Yes.
I do think it was a strong choice to call the plus size model a ham.
Fortunate.
Sure.
It wasn't her best word choice. Of the
I don't think
cycle.
she was thinking that, actually. I think she was thinking that
I just think she was like hamming it up, being
Exactly.
hammy. I get that, but still,
Sure.
that was one of those moments where I'm like, I wish Paulina could have thought of another word because it says a lot about me too that my mind went there first. But it was also because she was in that pink dress and that was what was being shown.
Paulina also turns it around on Nigel and says about Whitney that she's the one men want to hang up in their bedroom.
Oh,
And Anya is the one that she'll buy a dress from.
you're making that better. She didn't say hang up in the bedroom. She says won't in the bedroom.
Ew. Oh,
Yeah.
I took it as the photo you put up and then the photo of the maybe I'm just projecting.
maybe, but Paulina's getting loose with her words.
She is getting
calling
she's
people
tired.
hams, saying that men won't in the bedroom, and I'm like, you could mean poster, but it also definitely just sounds like you mean a banging.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tyra and Paulina get in one of two final scuffles
Ooh,
of the season.
I love
And they're
it.
talking about the paint drip beauty shoot. And Paulina's talking about how bad Whitney looks.
Yeah.
And Tyra goes, Paulina, it looks like your era to me.
And then Paulina
Completely takes the air out of it.
very deftly deflects.
We look bad, but not that bad.
That's good. Good job, Paulina.
Uh-huh.
Keep your job.
Tyra says something that made me think, does Tyra not understand the difference between posing and walking on the runway? Because she said, well, when I worked with Anya for the Pain is Beauty posing challenge, I thought she was going to bring that to the runway. Why would she do those poses on the runway?
Just
Can
at
you
the
imagine
very
if she
end.
walked down with like her hand against her head the whole time?
Or being choked by a co-star.
I burned my hands.
My hands hurt.
Too much patty cake. What was the other scuffle, Hannah?
It happens after the winner is
Oh.
declared.
Of
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know. Out of nowhere, Miss J wants to introduce a final storyline for Anya, which is now her nose is busted. And Paulina, in her Flaws Make You Beautiful like mentality. Is like,
Blossom.
yes, Blossom, exactly. Paulina's like, but that like atypical nose is what will differentiate her
From just a pretty girl.
from just another model. But it's interesting that I don't think we've ever heard even the whiff of a critique.
I would
of
say
her
that
nose.
the mouth open and the on your nose are kind of the same of like theoretically.
Sure. I just kind of wish Miss J had been able to say it before now.
Miss J's been sitting on it for the entire cycle. I was like, I have to get this out on the last day.
So when we bring back the two models, Tyra says,
I can't wait for this.
"Look at these two beautiful ladies that stand before me. You walked in as sweet young girls, one from Honolulu and the other from Atlantic Beach. You guys could not be further apart, but you're neck to neck in this competition."
First of all, Tyra has never heard of Maine because there is a state that is further away from Hawaii.
Yeah, she says Honolulu, Hawaii, and Atlantic Beach, Florida. She says the states, and then says that they could not be further apart,
Absolutely
which is
could have.
clearly disprovable.
So easily.
By
And
the
also,
existence of a broad.
model, you've already got math. You do not need to add another
Geography.
subject, so put your geography book away.
I was more offended by neck to neck, as though they're like kissing.
The necking.
Not neck
Necking.
and neck, which is that phrase. Then she
Ah.
says, who would ever thought that little baby Anya and little girl Whitney could possibly be America's Next Top Model? Since when are they little baby Anya and little girl Whitney?
Little girl is so much worse.
Worse.
Than little baby.
Yeah, because we have called her Sweet Baby Angel.
Yes.
Sure.
But again, it's when she falls on her face that we say that, not when she is about to potentially be America's Next Top Model. So funny.
Little girl Whitney.
That's never been her story.
Anyway,
Whitney wins and does the pageant, shock hugging, congratulate.
Anya has such a good attitude when leaving, and they can't even be bothered to edit in the assumed Tyra hug. Just, here's Anya's back.
Hey, at least the back of the dress looked good.
Yes.
It did.
Anya gives a very like cool, fuck this show. I'm gonna go and work. I've already gotten jobs in the canon of the show.
I'm gonna take my limes, my lemons, and my $10,000 check and get an
Bounce.
apartment. Yeah. But she does have a great attitude, which is in line with everything that we've seen from Anya up until this point.
And when the panel is discussing Whitney's historic win, Tyra says, "You're the first girl with some booty," again,
Uh-huh.
to win America's Next Top Model. Actually, the correct term is full-figured model. And then Paulina sees her, raises her. This should not be called this. I'm referring
To Whitney.
to Whitney. Should not be called plus-sized or full-figured. This should just be called beautiful.
What was weird was Tyra like bid herself. She like outbid herself. Where she was like, "You're a juicy booty. Hey, actually, it's called like. Are you speaking to other Tyra?"
The whole thing was so weird. The whole thing was so weird because she was like correcting herself from an outdated, now offensive term somehow.
Yep.
And then Paulina's whole, actually, it's just beauty. I don't see
I don't see
how
size.
much she weighs. I only see beauty.
I almost felt bad for Whitney in that moment, being like, okay, cool. Do you guys need to work this out?
Should I come back?
Does the winner always go behind the panel table?
Absolutely not.
No. Can we just talk about these final photos, though? Because these are Whitney's best photos.
Yes.
You guys,
Well,
On earth.
I think it's time for a little impromptu modeling.
oh, yeah, 17. Well, me, I'm 34. No,
That
you're
was an
not.
actual good Tyra moment. More like 34.
Okay. So then these three photos at the end that we see of Whitney's modeling career. Number one.
That was unexpectedly shady that we see at the end of Whitney's modeling career.
Good. This first shot is a lot. Did Nigel shoot these shots?
No, he was in them.
The one in bed?
Oh, we're talking about different things
Oh.
now. Now we're talking about. Okay,
I was talking about the impromptu modeling.
Let's recontextualize because we're about to see three things. We've already talked about the impromptu modeling with the judging panel where Whitney's the best model she's ever been.
And
then we're about to see photos that happen of Whitney's post-career, which include the photo that Alexander's about to talk about, where they just have her be Anna Nicole Smith. And then, and I cannot wait to talk about this, we see 3 different takes of her makeover shoot. So please, Alexander, back to the Anna Nicole Smith shot, which is what I thought of it as.
So she's in bed with just sheets across her nipples.
Yep. And one just was a hand. I think the sheet wasn't even across one.
Was a lot. Then we see a second photo that's actually a good photo of Whitney.
That beauty shot is her best photo we've seen of her.
Yep. Then the Tyra shot, it doesn't look like they were in the same room. They're also like sliding doors, walking away from each other.
They were not in this photo together.
No. And then we see.
This is so weird.
The makeover shots, which, by the way, we didn't point it out. When they showed Anya and Whitney's makeover shots together, I was like, these are the worst photos.
Ghastly.
Like Anya's,
I warned you that Whitney's full body makeover shot was not
busted.
Great. But I gotta say, the 2 other ones were better.
The two other ones were better than the one they chose.
Was it just because her arms are up that they were like, well, this won't look good in like the overall thing?
Yeah, because the other 2 were far better than the one they picked that we've seen all season.
Also, it was just a weird aesthetic choice. Like, I totally get pictures with the judging panel. I totally get her Tyra photo. And, like, I wish they'd given any context for the weird in-bed one, but whatever. It's clearly a post-show photo.
Yeah.
But then why be like, and remember when she got her makeover? What? Why?
Because if they showed her, like, makeup shot, the problem is she didn't actually take that very many good photos. So they had to do these like random makeover shots that we didn't see before.
But just end on the Tyra in her photo.
Exactly. Well, because and then we see, we always see home photos. And I would like to point out she's taking pictures with friends. Where's her black friend? What a great way to end on Whitney.
Unconfirmed.
I thought you were gonna go for the bullying storyline and then you swerved.
Yep.
You zagged.
It would have been
girls can't cut this swag.
Can you imagine, though, if every photo had that one friend in there and it was like, I'll show them? All right, let's talk about Anya first.
Please.
Anya Rozova. Rozova.
Rozova, okay.
That's her original Russian surname. She, while on the show, went by Anya Kopp, K-O-P. Or Kopp.
Okay.
And her full name was Anya Kanani Kopp.
Okay.
And after Top Model, she changed her surname, so maybe didn't want to be associated with it.
Maybe.
She got signed to Wilhelmina Models in New York and Style International Management in Hong Kong. Interesting, I also noticed that Nigel, and it was a long time ago, it was like years ago, but Nigel posted one of her bedroom shots to his Instagram a couple of years ago. It was like a flashback, so you really like those photos. There's an Anya Instagram that only has 3 pictures. So either she started and didn't finish it or it's a fake one. So I had to do one of my deeper dives to find out about Anya, which took Reddit and a couple of other sources. Because she now goes by either Jenya or Janya. Jenya Kopp. So Jenya or Janya. I think I'm only thinking it might be Janya because maybe it...
Anya.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Her Instagram handle is Tree Child. She is fully quit modeling and has a girlfriend.
Oh.
So part of me thinks that maybe that was something she was discovering about herself. And maybe that's why she was not interested in flirting with Nigel. And
those straight women can also be not interested in flirting with Nigel.
Absolutely. And I want to be very clear that I'm not saying like that's the total reason. I just found it interesting because so much of what we talked about was that she just fully wasn't interested in that.
Yeah.
That it's a fun reveal. Though I think I like it anytime any of the girls on the show get revealed to be LGBTQ.
Yeah.
Still so happy about
You
Brooke.
just want to throw Anya in Brooke's group.
Oh,
They'd make such a cute couple. Oh my god.
gosh. But they both have partners and they seem very happy. She also has a couple pictures with a child. I didn't do a deep enough dive to know if that was
Sure.
hers, but yeah, she's just fully living her life. I think she's in Hawaii again. Whitney is whimsy. She's changed her name to Whimsy.
Actually, that was
her and Anya had one thing in common, and that was changing their names. Whitney Thompson, and now Whitney Thompson Forrester. Her Instagram is Whitney ANTM, and her bio reads blogger, model, chef, vegan, interesting, traveler, mother, restaurant owner. Although the page isn't active, so I don't know if there's an update on that. The most interesting thing about Whitney is that of all the top model contestants so far that I've done an update on, Whitney's done the most of the work for me because Whitney has a pretty active blog that's at whitneyswanders.com. Every time I look at it, I want to say Whitney Swanders. It's Whitney's Wanders.
Oh, Whitney Swanders.
Oh.
A lot of what she's been talking about recently has been her journey with pregnancy. And one of the most recent blog posts is a scathing thing about American healthcare.
Oh.
Yeah, where she tells a detailed story of her time with her healthcare provider. And I didn't read too many articles, but based on some titles and some stuff, it seems like she might also have difficulty carrying a pregnancy. I don't know if that's the right terminology, and I apologize if it's not. But there's the one where she talks about miscarriages. I'm not sure if she had one or if she's just discussing them in that world. So it seems like she's kind of a maternity influencer, if that's a thing. And she talks
it is
that a lot. I couldn't find it again, but I remembered that when we did our Claire update, where I missed that she was in Westworld, and how dare I, and everyone let me know, that Claire actually linked to an article that Whitney had wrote about like her growth as a person. I don't remember a lot of details because I didn't read it in full at the time, but apparently it discussed some of the stuff and some of her actions on Top Model. So if you want to, you can very easily do a deep dive on what Whitney's up to by going to whitneyswanders.com. It's hard to say, whitneyswanders.com.
Because it's also not a word the way you would say that. To eulogize, let's start with a positive first. Anya. I remember liking Anya, but I didn't remember that I was going to like Anya this much.
Yeah, I barely remembered Anya, and I found her so delightful.
I think she's one of the top contestants, at least so far, of all time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When we've discussed it before, but I also didn't remember, like you, Hannah, a lot about her. Mm-hmm. I remembered that they made fun of her accent a lot, and I remember she got platinum hair. But beyond that, I didn't remember her personality or anything. And she just comes across so great, so sincere, so nice, so friendly, so
genuine,
fully formed as a person too. And she really wanted the competition and was not going to let all the drama in the house break her down.
Yeah. I can't remember how I found out about her being adopted, because I'm pretty sure she never brought it up in the show.
Oh, I don't remember, actually.
Yeah.
But I definitely knew that fact about her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think she took great photos and was pleasant. And that's sometimes all you need.
Yeah. Just super professional and just well-adjusted. Just truly a well-adjusted person.
And we saw a journey of her modeling also get better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because she snarled it up for a while and it went away. It went away. You know what's interesting about Whitney is, in talking to people about the show, a lot of people seemingly remember, friends of mine who are casual fans.
Yeah.
Casual fans, not talking about it on the internet, maybe not rewatching that much, whatever. I've had 2 or 3 friends who remember liking Whitney.
Mm.
And I remembered not hating her or anything.
No, I didn't remember hating her.
And on a rewatch, she just never comes across well. And I think, and of the 3 of us, photograph wise and only photograph wise, I've been the most forgiving of Whitney because I do think she has some value as a model, and
Yeah.
she
I've
did
been
have
the
some good shots.
Least forgiving of Whitney.
Yeah,
as a
absolutely.
model.
Just seemed very soured as a person, and it was very hard to get any sort of genuine emotion from her that was not coming from a place of defensiveness.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like we know what her journey was supposed to be, which is get less fake, get less, as the show said, even though we disagree, pageant. But we never got that happen.
No.
Because if she had like 5 episodes left, all of a sudden she was coming across super sincere, broke through that barrier, whatever, I think in my head I could justify her victory more.
Her victory comes out of GD nowhere. Because
Absolutely.
She didn't do well in photos. She was in the bottom a lot.
The most of any winner, as we've discussed.
And late in the cycle.
Late. Yeah. That was the other weird thing. And like didn't stun on the runway at the end. Like there was nothing that really sold Whitney as the winner, even in that last episode.
The best at anything this cycle.
No, she was just full figured. And Tyra clearly decided it was time for a plus size full figured model.
Which is such a bummer. We've had so much wonderful representation of women who are not the normal model size on this show. And for her to be the one that gets to be forever the winner is a bummer.
Yeah, I would even argue that in the most recent cycle of America's Next Top Model, we had a better full-figured model to win in terms of the show. Whitney also personally had a lot of, like, as Dominique would say, a lot of different prejudices, a lot of different bigotry. She can be racist to anyone, even a redheaded girl, you know, all the things.
To be fair, she does represent America.
I'm always going to hope that people have had the decade since they've been on the show to get better about that kind of stuff. That is me, the like eternal optimist, that people see this stuff and get better about that thing.
And if you think we get better and better, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing your thoughts, your hot goss, your iced tea. It helps. Follow us on Spotify, wherever you tell a friend. You know, we just ended the cycle. I'm excited for cycle 11.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah. What are y'all excited for cycle 11 about?
Yeah. Do you want to finish your spiel first, Alexander? People know.
Yeah.
People know what to do. You can reach out to us at podleadum.com, where you can also find our PO box. You should support us on anchor.fm/podleadum if that's your truth. If you've got some extra change from the couch that you found, throw it our way. We appreciate it.
Yeah. In fact, take that loose change from the couch and mail it to our PO box every month, the exact same amount. I'm going to start my the positives about cycle 11 that I recall. Start and end with Sheena.
Yes.
Give me Sheena. She better be good on a rewatch or I will be personally devastated.
Oh, so sad.
There are so many. Not just Sheena. Come on. We got Jocelyn. Samantha. We've got I'm excited that JW is going to, I'm going to call it right now. JW is going to fall in love with Annalie Tipton.
Listeners, what you don't know is for whatever reason years ago, I was very anti Annalie. And I don't know why, because every time I see a clip of her, I'm like, oh, she's nice. And I truly wonder if I've mixed her up with somebody else.
Maybe, because I remember part of before this podcast, JW and I's friendship was about how he did not like Annalie.
And I don't know why that is. I'll see if I find it again in my journey.
She made the worst parts of Crazy Stupid Love almost work.
Yep.
That is absolutely true. One thing that we are going to reconcile with the show is its treatment of ISIS.
Sure.
Obviously the representation is great, and luckily, no matter how much the show, and I haven't watched a lot of cycle 11 yet in rewatching, so I don't know. I know there's some rough stuff concerning by the name of Clark. But luckily Isis King has become such a winning person after the show that's going to help hopefully digest some of the transphobia that I'm sure we're going to have to deal with.
I feel so bad that I keep being the one who's like, I haven't rewatched this cycle. Wait till we get to Petites, y'all. I will mouth along.
There I was with Laura talking about castrating those balls.
What are you excited about, Hannah?
Disaster photo shoot, baby.
Oh,
That's a fun one because that's a B horror movie one too that I really like. I also think that I don't remember a lot about her, but I think people generally think of the winner of the cycle as like a pretty plausible victor.
I'm ready for a non-problematic winner, non-controversial winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be a relief.
Yeah, it's been a while since the years of Carrie D.
But even Carrie D.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, guys.
Since Danny.
Has there ever been one? Oh, no.
Danny.
Eva, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And use the hashtag PodLeadum to talk about us. What are you excited about for Cycle 11? That would be great to hear. And I'm hungry. I'm hungry for those tweets.
Yum.
Yum. So for PodLeadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
PodLeadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.